So I'm hoping that I don't necessarily have to.
I created this group through a need to solve my own personal problems, which is that, my family
I don't necessarily have to.
I created this group through a need to solve my own personal problems, which is that, my family
I don't necessarily have to.
I created this group
So I think it's still working, the Zoom live to YouTube. And I'm not sure though. If it doesn't, that's live, right? So greetings, everyone. This is a shortcut that I wanted to show you that simplifies the login code that your clients might use to get into your Zoom meeting or invitation, right? So I'll share my screen real quick. So I just started this recording, and really it's to show people how to set up a Zoom meeting, the parameters, so that it's a simple login, right? So let me show you, first of all, how that might happen. So you can see I'm doing a schedule here. So I'm scheduling a meeting, and I would call it easy okay, whip, log on tip, okay. And, it doesn't matter about this time because I'm just trying to show you the shortcuts that might happen here. So you're scheduling the meeting, but of course, you might decide that it's a reoccurring meeting, right? So let's just try and make it such. Let's say you're getting ready to do a meeting every week, and it's going to be, excuse me, it's going to be, well, let's leave it as, well, how about it doesn't matter, right? But just for this example, let's make it every Saturday. And let's make it let's say noon to 1 o'clock. Okay. And it's a reoccurring meeting. So you'll see how this is handled a little further on. And here you have a choice to make. This is the automatic generated number or login for your Zoom that is new every time, right? But we're looking to try and make it simple. So use the personal meeting ID, okay? So this is the ID that you'll always have. And you don't want a passcode so that it's nice and easy, right? You do want them to go into the waiting room. This is up to you. You could decide, only authenticated users can join, which would, if you did this, right, it would make it a little different in terms of making it easier to sign on to your videos. So we would leave this off. The video for the host, I always leave it off, just because you never know. I might be setting up my Zoom in my underwear and I don't want anybody to see, right? And the same applies for participants. I don't want to turn on their video when they come into the room. I'd rather that they came in and only turned it on themselves so they were aware, right? So telephone and computer audio. I'm going to post it into my Google Calendar. So if you have a Google Calendar, this is how it would go. And let's see here. So I move this up. So it's out of the way. Advanced options. I'll just check this in case. So here, you could mute participants upon entry, right? Which probably is a good thing, but it's up to you. You could automatically record the meeting, which, if you don't have an assistant, it might be a great way to go, but it would be recording right from the beginning of when you start your Zoom. So I prefer to set the recording when I am ready to record, okay? This could be a way to block users. And if you wanted to have an alternative host, you could have them in here. They would, if you foresaw that you might leave your meeting early and you wanted somebody to carry on in your stead, you would do alternative host. Or for example, if you had that day spotty internet, okay, and you had a friend that was coming in to do the Zoom with you, you could make them the alternative host. That way, when you drop out and you can't get back in, they can continue. You could just say, hey, look, if I drop off, try and cover something and explain why I'm gone, right? So it's a way of having an alternative host. And that's probably all that I can see that you would want. So then you would save it, right? Now it just, now for me, and again, I think I can move this up. Yeah. So there is the time for this particular one. Now, we did say that this might be a repeating meeting. So actually, it's not all day, but you might decide that it would happen. Well, these are ones that I have used before, but you can just go with custom. And you might decide that it happens every Wednesday. And it ends either after, if it's a class and you think that it's going to be 6 occurrences, then you could go 6 occurrences, and it would be doing them on these. So you probably should take out Saturday. And this is your first, this is Saturday up here. But you could say that every other Wednesday with 6 occurrences. So it would happen for the first Saturday and every other Wednesday, okay? And then you're done. I always make my Zooms black. That way I see them instantly in my calendar. Here, you need to put something. You need to put something that makes a lot of sense. Now, I can show you what I do, okay, which is going a little further than just setting a simple code, but it's what I do with my Zooms. So it's part of my Zoom Zero to Zoom Hero handout, okay? So I can show you this in my Word document, I hope. Open recent. No. This may be it. I'll have a look. Yes, this is one of the scripts, okay? So what I've done here is I've set up a standard spiel for my class. So here I would just go, okay? And I would copy. And so this is my first session. This is my second session. My Zooms are 3 sessions. You can see Sally is here. And then this is my third session. And they're different. They're totally different, right? So I have a different invitation. But in this case, okay, I've copied that one. So then I'll show you real quick what happens, right? I copied it, and this is just a generic, Matt Makovsky is inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. It's pretty hopeless. So what I would do here is I would paste. And there you have it, okay? This is my first Zoom. It's got all the instructions for my clients, what they should and shouldn't do, and it's got the URL. And you can see it's the URL that is my personal link. So in this case, if you followed my instructions here, this would be your personal link, okay? And then I would just go, now, I have to move this around, but so then I would just save this. Okay. And it'll save into my calendar. So this is Thursday, but if you look at Saturday, which I think it was, well, was it Saturday? No, for sure it should be a Wednesday. Well, for some reason, it's very interesting, but it's not going through into my calendar. But that's a minor issue, okay? It should have happened. Oh, that's a Tuesday. So here's a Wednesday. Matt's easy log on tip, right? So it's there the first Wednesday. It would be there on the second Wednesday. It would be there on the third Wednesday, fourth Wednesday, fifth Wednesday, and it would stop on my sixth Wednesday, I believe. So let's just see. Yep, it's not there. But it is on that one, I believe, right? No, not February. It would be January. I'm sorry. So it should be there. Wait a minute. I'm getting a little confused. It might be December that I should be looking at. Yeah, there it is. Okay. And you can see if I were to show you the view, which is, this is just 2 days. If I were to show you my weekly, okay, you can see how easy it is. Because I use black, I know exactly when my zooms are, right? So if I go back, there are some zooms. If I go back some more, oh no, wait a moment, this is weird. Oh, this is my brother. Okay, so I guess, that's probably enough. I don't want to continue because it'll just get confusing. But you can see what posting it, your Zoom, in a specific color will help you. This is easy tips, right? There it is. That's what would go out. And, obviously once that was run, on the next one, I would enter it and edit it to change this if there was more details. But this is getting real complex on Zoom. So I don't want to do that and confuse you. If you want more, join my Zoom program. Okay, that's it. So yeah, that's it. I will stop the share. And it's a wrap. Okay. Take care. Oh, if you want the address of my Facebook, it's 0 to Zoom Hero, but that should be easy to remember. I'll just see if I can do an ad lib here. 0 to Zoom Hero. So this is back to front. And I would have to look again because I tried to work this out so that it doesn't do this. But this would be my 0 to Zoom Hero. Now, one of the things that if it's like this, I can turn it this way. Okay, and you can see 0 to Zoom Hero. And this is just a little piece of plastic from some of the food packaging that I get. And I just cut it out of the bottom. And I make a whole bunch of these. And, you know, they turn into be useful. 0 to Zoom Hero, or if you read it backwards, 0 to Zoom Hero. Zoom tips made perfectly. Take care, guys. Just remember, 0 to Zoom Hero on Facebook, and or find me on YouTube.